You're in tune with Detroit's only local station, WPON, Walled Lake, Detroit.
Talking Oldies. WPON.
Welcome to the program. I am your host, Clyde Brown, and this is Spooky Talk. Have you had a spooky experience? I want you to grab something to write with. You need to write this number down. The number here live at the station is 248-557-1460. That's 248-557-1460. Call me. Have you ever had an experience that was spooky? Have you experienced ghosts, weird coincidences, strange occurrences, UFOs, aliens, heard creepy sights or sounds? Are you interested in psychic beliefs, fortune tellers, spooky movies, eerie pet behavior, science fiction, astrology, the unearthly, voodoo, Bigfoot, the supernatural, monsters, the mysterious, witchcraft, the paranormal, and signs from beyond? Then keep listening to the most unique radio show that has ever come to the Detroit area, Spooky Talk. Or you can call 313-633-1599. That's the number for the 24-hour Spooky Talk voicemail line. Well, here's a Spooky Talk phone call right now from a man who heard his brother's voice in the room, though his brother was miles away. Now, I'm not talking about a cell phone or something like that. He thought it was right there in the room. Check it out. Okay, folks, I have a caller on the line, Jim. What city are you from, Jim?
Mount Clemens.
Mount Clemens?
Yeah.
And Jim has a couple of spooky incidents that happened in his home, right, Jim?
Yes. I live in a house that's 106 years old, and within the first week, late one evening, I saw an access panel fall off of a wall, even though there's 4 bolts that should have been holding it in. And I don't know how they became loosened. I just saw them once they were on the ground.
Now, I'm going to stop you right there. I think that's great.
Okay.
Folks, Jim is talking about this is an access panel to your plumbing, right?
Yes, to a shower.
Now, see, folks, nothing is off limits when it comes to spooky incidences. 4 bolts usually hold this panel on, but it fell off. But now that's spooky, Jim. But you had another experience, huh?
Yeah, that was probably within the first week of moving in, and also a few days later I lost power, so of course I had to head down into my basement. Then, as clear as I'm speaking to you, I thought I heard my brother, who lives 20 miles away, call my name. So I slowly spun around with the flashlight to see him not standing there, but I was more surprised that he wasn't there than if he had been.
Ooh, gosh.
As clear as I'm speaking with you.
Wow, and you feel it's attributed to it being an old home, huh?
Well, a friend of a friend has told me that they believe the more doors in a house, the more likely it is to be haunted. And I figure I probably have with closets and access doors and entrance doors, maybe 30-plus doors, so
wow.
I think maybe I'm headed down that path.
Wow, how many rooms in the house?
It's been converted into apartments, so there's 3 entrances, then counting closets, access doors, access panels, cupboards, such as that.
Wow.
I don't know how many.
I
never actually counted.
I vaguely remember somebody saying something about doors, but yeah, wow, that once again that verifies that belief about a lot of doors, and and it being an old home. Boy, thanks, Jim.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for the
Keep
call.
up the good work.
Oh, you're nice. Thanks a lot, Jim. Well, maybe the band The Doors is the name of that band. Maybe they're based on something to do with doors or something. I've been thinking about that, maybe. Here's a girl talking about ghosts and UFOs, and then all of a sudden gets cut off.
Hi, Clyde. I've had a ghost and a UFO experience. You ruined it.
An experience, and then she didn't leave it. Now here's three calls that are where things come in threes. Well, these are very weird. First one.
Hi, Eris.
Here's the second.
Creepy Clyde, I was so scared. I was sleeping at night, and the thing was in my bed. I don't know what it was, but it's... That's all I can say. Goodbye.
And the third.
Spooky Talk, I called you last week. You didn't play my message. It was a bad thing coming at me.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, here's another one. Message.
Hi, Darren Coleman, 17, Troy, Michigan. Just wondering if you guys did sleepovers or birthday parties. And, well, I don't know. I just thought it would be a cool, spooky experience.
Hey, call me, sure. Hey, 313-633-1599. Now here's a tale, some sort of tale or story about a little girl and a train station. Listen to this, very spooky.
Hello, Mr. Clyde. My name is David. Let me get my wallet. David Davidson. Hi. I have a story. I saw your request thing. A couple of years ago, my friend was in a train station in Chicago with his daughter, and he went to get, and it was a big crowd. He went to get a ticket, and he came back. His daughter was missing, and he wasn't able to ever find her. And 2 years later, at the same day, he went into the same train station at the same time, and there was that same crowd. So I hope that's a good story for your show. Bye.
Who am I to judge if that was a good story? All right, spooky stuff. Call the station now, live. Call 248-557-1460 here at WPON AM 1460. This is our Halfway to Halloween show. Happy halfway to Halloween, everybody. There's parties throughout this land celebrating the halfway mark to October 31st. And the treats I have for you are even more phone calls than last week. Phone calls from you. And we are going to hear an interview with a man who worked at an old local hospital that has a spooky and haunted reputation. And we'll talk to Chicago horror